I'd like to welcome Vikas Halan, Vice President, Corporate Finance Group at Moody's Investor Service, joining us on the phone line from Singapore. We're going to discuss the latest report that Moody's has on Reliance Jios enrollment of 72 million paying subscribers. The report says this is credit positive for Reliance. Let's understand the how and why. Vikas, many thanks for joining us this afternoon. So let's get straight to it. What is the nub of the report?
Yeah, thanks for having me, and good afternoon. So our report that came out yesterday talked about the 72 million subscribers announcement made by company late last week, that they have 72 million paying subscribers. Earlier in February, when the company talked about 100 million subscribers, of course, they were subscribers that joined the complimentary offer. But now there are 72 million who have paid, and that is why we're saying it is a credit positive, because earlier there was uncertainty around how or what will be the success rate of converting those non-paying into paying subscriber. And 72 million is a very good percentage of that non-paying subscribers who have subscribed. And it reinforces, or at least reduces, some uncertainty around the business model, and also uncertainty around what is going to be the cash flow generation from, and that is why it is credit positive. So that's basically the first part of the report. In the second part, what we are saying is, okay, one step is done, but this still does not mean that the business is going to be, or the Jio business is going to be cash flow positive with just the 72 million. This is at best an intermediate step, and we expect next 2 to 3 years to be crucial for the company to expand its subscriber base in order to get to a free cash flow positive business model.
Right. But you've also taken note in the report of the extension of the deadline for Jio Prime enrollment to April 15th, and therefore it offers some opportunity for the paying subscriber base to, widen, given that there are, again, a set of incentives that are effective a few months for these subscribers who sign up before April 15th.
Indeed. In my view, or in our view, it is going to be not as dramatic as the increase of non-paying subscriber to paying to 72. You will at best get to a number that is 85 million. It is not going to be another jump to 100 million subscriber in these 15 days. So it's not such a big differentiator, this 15th April deadline. What is big is the company trying to incentivize subscribers to subscribe to a higher plan of 303, which means all those who pay up 303 now or subscribe to that plan will get another 3 months of complimentary services, which is, I think, an interesting move from the company to increase the revenue per user. But at the same time, we'll have to see what the take-up rate is for that plan.
The heightened state of competition in India's telecom sector. Elaborate on how you see that playing out and over what time period.
So what we are seeing right now is different price plans by different telecom operators. There's also a push towards rolling out 4G networks in various parts of the country. So we see that as the heightened state of competition, which results in lower margins and also increase in capital spending. We think that this is going to continue as long as there is going to be less clarity on what the ultimate price plans are going to be from Jio, because don't forget, the letter from Mukesh Ambani did say that this is one of the first surprises that Jio subscribers will get. There might be more in store. So it might not be the end. The 3-month complimentary services might not be the end. There might be few more surprises down the road. So there is uncertainty on what Jio will do. Once there is a stability around where Jio lands up, we will see the horizon getting clear for the end of the competition. As of now, it is very early to say when the competition will subside. Definitely not for the next 3 months.
Okay, can you run us through the numbers that you've looked at in your report, whether it's revenue estimates versus capex estimates, and what that really means in terms of ability to generate, free cash flows?
Yeah, so look, Jios already spent about 1.7 trillion rupees over the last 6 years in order to just get the spectrum, get the network, and get the infrastructure ready. Now, with 72 million subscribers, and assuming everyone subscribes for 303 plan, we estimate that the 9 months revenue, unless there are more surprises, let's assume 9 months of full payment, you get to a revenue number of 213 billion rupees for this fiscal year. It's unlikely that they will get to that number. As I said, not everyone will subscribe to 303, and there might be few surprises. We estimate that the revenue could be 150 billion, maybe at the top end going to 200 billion if the subscriber number increase. So if you take that 200 billion for fiscal 2018, we think that the EBITDA generation will be quite minimal out of this 200 billion, because you would have spent a lot on marketing and you would spend a lot on your ongoing network maintenance. So out of this 200 billion, there will be little EBITDA generation. The EBITDA generation will only kick in once you cross or are closer to 200 million subscribers or so. So at this stage, the EBITDA generation is low. But at the same time, we expect the capex going forward for Jio is going to be somewhere in the range of 150 billion each year for the next 2 to 3 years. So you would continue to have negative free cash flow, even if you assume EBITDA is just about zero and not negative. You would have negative free cash flow of at least 150 billion for fiscal 2018 from Jio.
Vikas, I'm going to leave it at that, and we always value your clear analysis of, what's contained in the report. It's a pleasure talking to you today, Vikas Halan, Vice President, Corporate Finance Group at Moody's Investor Service, joining us on the phone line from Singapore, talking today about Jio's enrollment of 72 million paying subscribers. That's key, the fact that it's credit positive for Reliance, but of course also talking about the lack of, absolute visibility when it comes to the next few months and competition in the telecom space.